Hello students, welcome back to my channel Mathematics with Miss Jen. For today's video, we will learn about negative numbers. Negative numbers are the numbers that less than 0. As you can see in our number lines, here our 0. So the number from 0 to the left are negative numbers. And the number from 0 to the right are positive numbers. The negative numbers that nearest to 0 has the greater value. Like for example, negative 8 and negative 2. As you can see in our number lines, negative 2 is nearest to 0. So negative 2 is greater than negative 8. For negative number, the smaller the number, the greater its value. And any positive number that farthest from 0 has the greater value. Like for example, we have 5 and 1. So obviously, if you see here in our number lines, 5 is greater than 1. So for positive numbers, the bigger the number, the greater its value. Addition of negative numbers. We will use our number lines to understand further the concept of negative numbers. So when adding positive numbers, count to the right. Like for example, we have 3 plus 2. So using our number lines, we will counting up or count to the right. So 3 plus 2. So the answer is 5. But adding negative numbers, we will count to the left or counting to the left. So this is an opposite direction of positive numbers. Like for example, we have 6 plus negative 4. Just ignore the sign and follow the rules that adding negative numbers count to the left. So just focus on the given numbers. So 6 and 4. So here we have 6 and we will count to the left by 4. So the answer is 2. So 6 plus negative 4 is 2. And negative 1 plus negative 5. So here in our number lines, we have negative 1 and we will counting to the left by 5. So the answer is negative 6. So the other way of adding negative numbers is by using distributive property. Like for example, we have 6 plus negative 4. Distributive property is we will multiply positive and negative. So we will focus on the signs before the given numbers. So to follow the rules, like sign, positive, positive, negative, negative, the answer is positive. And add and copy the sign. And for unlike sign, negative times positive or positive times negative, the answer is negative. Then subtract and copy the sign of the biggest number. So for our first example, we have 6 plus negative 4. So we will multiply the positive sign or the plus sign by our negative 4. So the answer is 6 minus 4 because negative times negative is a negative times positive is negative. So we have 6 minus 4. So since they are like sign, it's positive 6 and positive 4, or the sign here in between becomes the minus sign. So the answer is 2. So 6 minus 4 is 2. And for our second example, we have negative 1 plus negative 5. So using distributive property, we will multiply positive times negative. So since unlike sign, the answer is negative. So we have negative 1 minus 5. So the answer is negative 6 because they are like sign, negative here and negative here. So add and copy the sign. Subtraction of negative numbers. Let's try to use our number line also to understand further the concept of negative numbers. So when subtracting positive numbers, normally we count to the left. Like for example, we have 7 minus 5. So here is our 7. So counting to the left or counting down by 5. So the answer is 2. So 7 minus 5 is 2. But when subtracting negative numbers, count to the right. So here, our example, 3 minus negative 2. Let's ignore the signs and just focus on the given numbers. So we have 3, then counting to the right by 2. So we're counting up by 2. So we have 5. So 3 minus negative 2 is 5. So the other way also of subtracting negative numbers is by using distributive property. So here, we will multiply the given signs. So we have negative times negative. So to follow the rules, like sign, the answer is positive. Unlike sign, the answer is negative. Then subtract and copy the sign of the biggest number. Here in our example, we have 6 minus negative 4. So we will multiply the minus sign and the negative sign. So it is 6 plus 4. So negative times negative is equals to positive. So the answer is 10. And negative 1 minus negative 5, the answer is positive 4. So since negative times negative is positive. So since negative 1 plus 5, these are unlike signs. So subtract and copy the sign of the biggest number. So since 5 is bigger than negative 1, so the answer is positive 4. Thank you for watching. Until the next video. Please subscribe, like, and share, and click the notification bell to get updated on my latest video. My name is Jen, and I love math.